Oliver Perez gets the start today. You can see that record in that high ERA. He's 58 and 63 lifetime. And they're going to be really watching that right knee because he tweaked it in his last start, of course, covering first base. And with his new motion of pausing, they want to make sure that he's strong enough to go 5 or 6 innings.
This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat to Rollins, leading off the game. And he drives it down the left field line. That'll bury into the corner. Sullivan plays it nicely off the wall, but Rollins tiptoeing into second easily. An opposing starter. Ball 4, and the first 2 men are on. Gives everybody a chance to settle in. And Worth rockets one to deep left field, right down the line, and it is a home run. A 3-run homer for Jason Worth. Just kept it fair. His 29th of the year. On the 12th pitch of the at-bat. Another Philly home run with men on base. A 3-run shot before Perez can retire back. Howard hits one to left center. This is playable for Pagan. And finally, Perez has the first out of the afternoon. Now on Ibanez. Bounce down to first. Short hop played by Murphy for the second out. So 2 away. Ball 4, and Phillies is on with a walk. Second one given up by Perez here at the 18th start. And he hits one toward the middle. And Anderson Hernandez with a beautiful diving stop, but no chance to make a play. So it'll be an
nice play here by Hernandez. Boy, gets the ground ball. Hernandez just with a beautiful dive, but there's no.
Hit in the air to deep left field. Back goes Sullivan looking up, and it's out of here. The second 3-1 homer in the opening inning off Oliver Perez. Ruiz with his 8th of the year, and the Phillies bombarding Ollie with a 6-run opening inning. Well, Ruiz finally has his. So Jerry pulls the plug on Ollie after 2/3 of an inning. Figueroa working for the second straight day. Throws strike 3 called. Martinez down looking, and the inning finally comes to an end. Pedro Martinez takes the mound at Citi Field for the first time, and what emotions he must be going through.
Well, look at those. Only a couple starts so far, but 215 and 99 is his career record. That's 116 games over 500 with a career 2.92 ERA.
And he cracks one toward left center, slicing away from Victorino, and it'll go to the wall. Pagan steaming to second. He'll take a turn head for third. Victorino saying it's stuck in the wall, but the umpire's not calling it that way. Pagan being waved home. He scores. It's an inside the park home run. Victorino saw the ball stop at the base of the wall. Stopped. Felt that it should have been called a ground rule double. The second base umpire, Rob Drake, looked at him and said, no, it's not. Pagan kept on going, and he has an inside the park home run.
Well, you see this ball drifting away from Victorino, and it gets underneath the padding. Once it gets underneath the padding, of course, Victorino raises hhis arms. But that's a ball right there with the ground rule here that you can reach down and grab that and throw that back into play.
So it's 7-1, and Luis Castillo, 6-1. Luis Castillo follows with a base hit. Long turn at bat for Murphy. And he bounces one slowly to Rollins. Gets the out at second, and that's all. So there's the first out of the inning as Castillo's erased. Drives this one toward the gap in right center field. Murphy heading for third as the ball rolls all the way to the bullpen fence. Murphy being waved around. He'll score easily. Frank Kerr heads to third, and he's in with an RBI triple. And now it's 6-2 Philadelphia. Head on Sullivan 1-2, and he strikes him out with a good changeup. Yeah, that's the second out of the inning. Maybe a couple too many to Pagan and to Frank Kerr, but that a perfect one on the outside corner to get Tatis. So I guess you can blame it on on us.
Why not?
Popped up for Tatis, so that's the first out of the inning. This is between now and the end of the season. Anderson Hernandez, nice play going to his left, but he double clutches, and that cost him any chance at getting the speedy Victorino.
4 or 5 weeks.
Worth pops one up into shallow right, and Francoeur coming in hard. That's the second out.
Trying to retool his windup. Now, you people at home are going to say, well, that's what they've been doing. I mean, they've got the pause, they've got the lean into the home plate.
2-0 to Howard. Victorino runs, and Howard lines one at Castillo in just the right spot to grab it and end the inning. Here, that triangle defense paid off. One of their catching prospects when the rosters expand in September. Schneider lifts one to right, and that chases Worth back. Going back, and it's over his head, but he's able to get there and grab it before he hits the fence on Worth, but somehow he recovered to grab it.
Well, I will tell you, this young man playing right field that has 29 home runs, and it's supposed to be one of your extra players, kind of.
And Figueroa on in long relief today, waiting on deck. Another curveball, and Howard scoops it up on the short hop. Not the ideal way you want to play that ball, but it worked for him. Sam Palazzo popped up along the line. Rollins with a good angle, and that retires the side. So Pedro
Burnett too, right?
Ball 4, and Ibanez, and he cracks one into center field for a base hit. Ibanez pulls it at second, and fills out the first 2 men on in the third.
Well, because of Rollins with that bad ankle, he played a lot of shortstop.
And he lines this one into right field, and how about that? Bruntlett is 2 for 2. Stopping at third, Ibanez, and the bases are loaded. So Bruntlett getting a chance to play today with Chase Utley getting a day off. And Ruiz pops it up. Infield fly rule will be called. Batter is out, and Castillo has 23 and 4. Hit toward the hole, and now he's got another RBI. That's 18 for his career. Ibanez in to score, and it's 7-2 Philadelphia. First hit of the season for Pedro Martinez. As Rollins hits one toward left center field, Sullivan gets over there and makes the grab. Phillies tags at third and scores easily to make it 8-2 Philadelphia. Rollins been very inconsistent after winning 13 games last year. Victorino walks. 2-1 from Figueroa, and Worth pops it up. Tatis racing down, almost ran over Sammy Palazzo, but he gets there. Angel Pagan, it's a rocket to deep right center field. Back goes Worth, looking up, and it's out of here. Angel Pagan with his second home run of the game. An inside the park home run of the first, and he takes Pedro Martinez into the bullpen for his 5th of the year, his 2nd of the day, and now it's 8-3.
Boy, what a day Pagan is having so far.
Art Mahaffey. And Castillo lines one to right, and that falls for a hit. And for the 6th consecutive game, Castillo has 2. Runner goes. Murphy hits it to deep right. Worth got a bad jump on it, and it's over his head and into the Mo zone. Castillo to third. He'll be held up there. A double for Murphy. You don't see Worth misplay the ball. In Georgia with the Braves up 3-2 in the third. And Pedro strikes out Francoeur. Check swing grounder. That'll get a run home. Rollins throws out Sullivan as Castillo scores to cut the Philly lead to 8-4. And yet Schneider crushed the ball his first time up. But he pops one up. Playable for Phillies or Ruiz, and it's Phillies. Out to left center, and Pagan is watching it. Win yesterday over San Francisco. Swing and a miss, and Mish strikes out Ibanez, 2 out. They play it like 20 times a game. Phillies pokes one to right. Francoeur is there.
It's about that high, and it just drops you.
Swinging bunt by Anderson Hernandez, and Bruntlett makes a nice play to throw him out.
Nice job with the bare hand, but he fired a bullet over here that almost got by Ryan Howard. You're right. You see that little bit of extra left hand that. That's right.
Strike 3 called. Pagan down on strikes. Pedro Martinez with back-to-back strikeouts to finish the 4th. And make it 3 for 3. 7 games where players hit 3 home runs. Line to third, caught by Tatis. And no play on Bruntlett, who scrambles back. 3 homers, 6 runs scored, 6 RBI.
Jeez.
Successful sacrifice for Pedro. Grounded to second. Grass cutter right to Castillo to retire the side.
I've never had a problem with a tired arm or anything like that, so that doesn't bother me, but I feel it helps me develop my pitches. If that one falls in there.
Down to first base. It comes up on Howard, but he stays with it. A productive out for Murphy, moves Castillo over to third. Infield back for Francoeur with a runner at third, and he lifts one to shallow center. That's playable for the second baseman Bruntlett. No chance for Castillo to score.
Made some pitches to get us out of some jams.
Sullivan hits one to center, driving Victorino back, and that retires the side.
Honesty always seems to work here. To deal with all the different media outlets out there as Victorino goes down.
Yeah, he pointed out a couple different things.
Well, if he hits 2 home runs every day like he did today.
There's the power.
Howard hits one out to center field, and Pagan drifting back to grab it. The Rockies now 2 games up on the Giants. Tatis drives one to deep left field, but Ibanez gets back there and grabs it one away. Hard because as it's popped a mile high in the air, and Rollins waiting for it to come down. They certainly could have competed in that group. Bruntlett throws out Hernandez, and that retires the side. So Pedro Martinez, he said it was really nice being home during the year, as Castillo double clutches and then throws out Ibanez for the first out. 2-2 to Phillies, and he struck him out. Pat Mish with his 4th strikeout in relief.
To see it, to be honest with you.
Bruntlett pops one up. Well, there were a million little things that Pedro did in his 4 years here that no one will ever know about. Reed gets under one to right field, and Worth easing back. Plenty of room to make the grab. One away. Nice stop by Howard to retire Pagan. 2 out. Ryan Howard getting that big body down.
Well, like we saw in last night's game, is that Howard playing in for the bunt, but also he tends to like to hug that line a little more than most first basemen. That allowed him to make this play in the backhand, but he has just improved.
It's a different story. Ball 4, and Castillo's on base for the 4th straight time. Whether he can pinch hit. Murphy hits one to left center. That'll get down for a base hit. Castillo comes around to score. And Murphy with the RBI single, his 2nd hit of the day, cuts the Phillies lead to 8-5. So the Mets able to take advantage of the 2-out walk to Castillo and get him around.
Almost one-handed by Murph as he drops it in the outfield. And Castillo, once he sees it drops in, he knows he's going to score easily.
And Francoeur pops it up right off the end of the bat, and Bruntlett is there to grab it and end the inning. Slow ground ball. Murphy wide to play it, and the overhand toss to Green. 1 out.
That's right. Exactly.
Ball 4, and Stairs is on at the end of his career. Gets away from Schneider, and Stairs motors on down to second. Ball for charity. 2-2 to Rollins. Bounce down to first base, and Murphy makes the play for the 2nd out as Stairs moves over to third. Running, and it was an inside the park home run. And that gets away, and Stairs will lumber on in with the 9th Philadelphia run. 2nd wild pitch of the inning for Sean Green, and the Phillies get a run without a hit.
You know, Gary, to go along with those 8-hit batters, this is now the 6th wild pitch that Sean Green has thrown.
But that's been fleeting, and he walks Victorino, his 2nd walk of the inning.
Appetizers.
Home run in your soup. Up the middle, and a base hit for Worth. Victorino is going to scoot on over to third. The throw by Pagan. He may get him, but Tatis couldn't hold the ball. 2-2. Tied him up. He went around strike 3. Little flare over short, and that'll fall for a base hit.
So Corey Sullivan has his first hit of the afternoon. Here's Fernando Tatis 0 for 2 and a walk, and he hits one to right field. Worth chasing back, going back, gets there to make the catch. Number descends up in the bullpen. Sullivan running. The throw by Ruiz not in time. Boy, that was too close in a 4-run game in the 8th inning, but Sullivan did beat it for his 4th stolen base of the year.
This is a good pitch to throw by Ruiz, and just a little high. Boy, that was close. Like you said, Gary, maybe just got that hand in.
Schneider hits it to center field, chasing Victorino back. It's carrying well, but Victorino able to get back and grab it. Sullivan has to go back to tag, but he'll still be able to advance to third. Line the other way, base hit. That brings home Sullivan. Hernandez heads to second, and he's in with an RBI double. And now it's 9-6 Philadelphia. So Anderson Hernandez breaks an 0 for 17 skid with an RBI 2-base hit.
Well, trying to come inside on Anderson, missed his mark. Nice job by Anderson just delivering that ball to left field.
In the air to left, and Ibanez steadies. Side retire. 3-2 to Ibanez. Popped up. Right along the line, Tatis called off by Hernandez. 1 away. But Jesse struck out Marty Barrett to end that '86 World Series. Phillies to straightaway center, and Pagan is there to grab it. 2 out. All set to go. Drive to right center field. Frank Cora laying out, and he makes. No, did he get it? They say no. They say he didn't. Frank Cora is shaking. And going to third base is Brutlet. Frank Cora says he caught it, and it looked from here as though he did. But the second base umpire, Rob Drake, said no. Frank Cora just realized that he had made a safe call, and Jerry Manuel was going to come out to argue as well. Frank Cora already had an egregiously bad call go against him on Friday night on a stolen base attempt. Let's see here.
Well, usually when you get up and argue like that, it means you know that you've made the catch.
They have replay on boundary calls, so it's up to the umpires to find out whether somebody got a better look. And now they say out, so they changed the call. Down to first, right by Howard and down the line. Pagan heads to second. Worth digs it out of the corner, and Pagan easily will go to third. Well, Howard robbed Pagan of a base hit in a similar spot. Infield back, of course. And he hits it hard, but right to Brutlet. Bobbles it. Recovers. Safe. Pagan is in. Castillo's safe at first. Back-to-back errors on the Philadelphia infield. And the Mets will get the tying run to the plate in the last of the night.
Well, this ball hit awfully hard at Brutlet. No excuses there. Got to make that play. Give Louis some credit for hustling down that line.
And Murphy hits one back toward the middle. Brutlet sliding, can't make the play. And now the tying runs are on base. 2-2. The runners go. Line drive caught by Brutlet. He makes the tag. It's a triple play, and the ball game is over. An unassisted triple play to end the ball game. Unbelievable. With the runners going and nobody out, Brutlet, who had made 2 bad plays in the inning, has a line drive hit right to him at the bag. He stepped on second for the second out and tagged out Murphy to complete the triple play.
Both runners going. That means that Brutlet's got to move towards the bag at second base. That allows him to not only make the catch, to force out of Castillo, and now, of course, here the tag play on Murphy, the unassisted triple play.